It's Thursday. That means Modern Thursday, live from Titan Games, the Casbah of Peoria Gaming, where card floppers and dice chuckers play in harmony. I'm Evil Bob, your resident head in a box, and joined in today we have Master Billy Murphy. How you doing, Billy Murphy?
Doing great, feeling pumped. It is Thursday night. We are here to see some spell slingers and knife chuckers, and just counting the cards. 5 minutes to Wapner.
Well, Wapner's here. Your watch is fast or slow. We've got a straight-up rematch from the first match on Tuesday, where we have Jacob Gonzo taking on Master Snell, and it's the same decks too. Esper Friends taking on Snow in his bird deck. And we're starting off strong. Snell's going in with a fast land into a Serum Visions, and Jacob follows up with a Flooded Strand.
Got the insurance on that strand.
Nah, it's fine, it's fine. Nobody offers flood insurance where they live, so.
I mean, I can't imagine the insurance industry on these various planes being the best. Although whoever had insurance on homelands sure raked in the bucks.
Jacob wanting us to see all of the glory of his hand. I didn't catch a ding-dong thing that was in there, so. Hope it was worth it. I hope you all enjoy it. Oh my goodness, I forgot to set up my chat rooms. I am so sorry, guys. Hang on. Hang on. I want to see what you have to say, because it's so good. There we go. You probably didn't even notice anything was wrong, but your brain did. Time to pop out the chat rooms. Pop out the chat rooms. Pop out the chat rooms. Pop. There we go. Yay, everything is right in the world again. There we go. And live chat. Fantastic. Okay. Snowcast of Manamorphose gets a red and a blue. Jacob assisting with the die counters. And passes the turn after draws a card. Didn't want to play anything. That's fine. That's his prerogative. That's Snow's prerogative. Oh boy. Jacob.
Oh, playing some cards.
Oh, he was showing us that he had no lands. So, I guess, we are moving to discard. 8 cards in hand is a bad place to be, especially when your opponent just seems to be firing off. It doesn't look like there's a Phoenix in Snell's graveyard yet.
Well, you know what? It is okay, Bob. This is the best of 3 series. He can always bring it back in the late game.
That is true. Jacob did prove on Tuesday night that as long as you have 1 life point, you were very much in this game. A couple times he stabilized it 1 or 2 life, and it was super aggravating for his opponents.
Those are the best games, though. Those are the ones that you really like. You feel like you earned. You had a good time getting.
Indeed, you do.
I've been playing a lot of competitive mode stuff in Overwatch because they have like a rotating arcade mode where there's like a month-long game type that they run competitive for. And it's been elimination, so basically it's best of 3 rounds. Everyone picks their hero. Then if you win, you lose access to those heroes. You have to pick different heroes to play with. And there's been plenty of games where we went 0-2 and then won 3 in a row and won everything. And those are always feel real good.
I like the guy that looks like a dwarf.
Yep, Torborn's the great guy. Getting some work done. I like his daughter, Brigitte. She's a nice lady.
That obviously is the Prince of all Saiyans from the planet that shares the same name.
Oh, speaking of Dragon Ball Z.
So Snell is surgically extracting all of the Path to Exiles out of Jacob's hand library and graveyard, and he learned a lesson from Tuesday. He's not going to go down the same way. Anyway, speaking of, go on.
Did you hear about the Blu-ray set that Funimation is releasing?
I saw a video on the YouTubes that said, "Do not buy this set." I didn't see the particulars on why not to buy this set, but
well, so if anybody knows anything about Dragon Ball Z, Funimation's handling of it over the last maybe 15 years has been less than stellar. Because with their initial DVD releases, the orange bricks, those were a widescreen release, which meant they just took the 4:3 image and just cropped it down to make it widescreen.
So it's reverse formatted to fit your screen, you know, taking a widescreen and chopping out the sides. You create a false widescreen by eliminating the tops and bottoms.
Yeah.
The same problem that the HD remake of Buffy the Vampire Slayer had.
Oh, that one's a bit worse though, because they took footage that was filmed in widescreen but meant to have cropped on it, and then you can see the film crew and all sorts of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I get what you're saying though. Yeah, I heard those were bad. I never watched a video on it. I watched one recently and I laughed so hard at how terrible that show looks. Snapcaster
Mage comes down, doesn't look like it had a target, so it's just going to be an ambush Viper. Jacob's going to fire back and bring this score back to 13-13. Snell does have a Phoenix on board, so advantage he.
So
anyway,
I have an anecdote about remastering, so I'll go back to that.
Sure.
So, at the same time, there's the Dragon boxes, which were severely underprinted, are in 4:3, are beautiful releases of the show, but they're out of print. Okay. Very expensive. So for years, all they keep releasing are their Dragon Ball Z Blu-rays are still just a cropped widescreen release and etc. And so this year they said, for the 30th anniversary of Dragon Ball Z, we're releasing this huge special limited edition box set of all 291 episodes, 37 Blu-ray discs. I mean, 4:3.
Okay.
So we get the announcement video for it, saying all this, and the footage they're using. Which, if you're making this must be what the product is going to be, because otherwise, why are you showing it to people? The colors are blown out. They took the widescreen footage and then just chopped off the edges to make it 4:3. So you're taking the original 4:3 footage, zooming in, chopping off the top and bottom, and then chopping off the sides again to get your 4:3.
Wow.
Because they won't go back and make new remasters. Because the last time they did that, they did 2 volume releases called the level sets on Blu-ray. They only made 2 volumes because they were absurdly expensive to make and no one bought them.
Why were they expensive to make?
Because they were legitimately great remasters. They clearly went back to the original film negatives that the show was shot on, and they were crisp and beautiful. And apparently,
like a remaster is supposed to be.
Yes,
okay.
they were actually well done, but again, they were expensive. And I think because of the release format, they again were doing that. Here's Saiyan Saga Part 1. Here's Saiyan Saga Part 2. They were doing those volume releases, and a lot of people are like, no, I'm okay. It's not the 90s anymore. You really should just release the full season of a show.
Don't mean to cut you off. I'll let you get back to it. Snell takes game number 1 from Jacob. I guess Jacob didn't go up to 25 lands like he said he was going to. Suffering from the mana... hearing from the other room that he did go up to 25, but still suffering from the land woes. That's funny. We're underway. This is already a juxtaposition of what happened on Tuesday. Snell's coming out in force for game number 1, and as we move on to game number 2, everybody's life totals get reset back to 20 as we go to sideboards, and maybe Jake will be able to pull this one out and go the distance. Either way, might get a game 3 out of the first round. Go back to you.
So, with the announcement video, they announced it's going to be a $350 set.
For the entirety of Dragon Ball.
Entirety of Dragon Ball on 37 DVDs.
Okay, but it's badly...
But it looks like crap.
Okay.
It looks like absolute garbage.
That's not good.
No, it is not. It is absolutely not. It's not good at all. And again, at this point, I have 5 out of the 7 Dragon boxes.
Okay.
I just need Volume 2 and Volume 4.
Okay.
I don't have them because For some reason, those 2 volumes are the most expensive ones out of all 7 of them. So I've been just waiting, taking my time, patiently waiting to get those. But at this point, because I thought with this Blu-ray set coming out, I'm like, I'll just get that because that's gonna be awesome. There's no way they can bungle this. But Funimation continues their streak of just treating Dragon Ball Z like a cash cow, and then
it is a cash cow.
Creating just garbage releases for it, and then but thankfully it seems like a lot of people are not biting on this, and I hope that's the case. I really hope people do not purchase this.
Well, apparently that YouTube video is making its rounds because it popped up on every single recommended page that I jumped on, so. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good.
Yeah, every comment on Funimation's Twitter account when they put that video up is just like putting like screen comparisons up, like all this stuff. It's like, no, it's like Dragon Ball fans have been very vocal for years about the quality of releases. Like those are the people that you need to present like a good quality product for. Otherwise, they're going to eat you alive.
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, didn't like that. Gonna mull down to 6 to get us started off here.
But similar to that was Baywatch on Amazon got a HD remaster done.
Okay.
And it's really sad because like there's a lot of stuff that looks good, but then like other parts the colors are wrong. They can't get the soundtrack they can't secure like music rights for stuff. So some scenes don't make any sense now because it really needed to have like particular songs from the original airing.
It's kind of like a WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah, but although Shout Factory went back and actually got all the music rights for that show as much as they could, this is the case where they didn't even try. So, like, there's one episode of Little Richard in it, and they didn't get any of the music rights for, like, the songs that he's playing in it.
Wow.
So, like, the episode is just cut to crap all over the place. There's tons of weird stuff, and...
It'd be great if they just, instead of paying for the actual songs, they get MIDI covers.
Usually it's, like, just replacement tracks that sound like MIDI covers.
Thank you, ZJ Johnson. I feel good. I'm digging my eggs. April's been a really good month for eggs. Featuring this week right now, Sungrass egg. You know, I play Lantern Control because I played eggs, and it was just a natural evolution for me to play that style of deck. And you know, I still have an eggs deck together. It runs not as good as original eggs, but Faith's Feathers. Faith's Feathers? No, it's not Faith's Feathers. Faith's Reward. Whoop, not Faith's Reward. There it is. Faith's Reward is a better second Sunrise because it only does your stuff. But it also costs 1 mana more, so you can't just crack the bloom or crack the blossom to. And there is a path to exile to get the bird. No? Yes? 1 bird gone, 2 birds in. Okay.
Birdie.
I know your eggs, eggs in general are so wonderful and versatile. They are!
We need to get Snow a Betty playmat.
Betty. Yeah, Birdie. Birdie.
Because it's a birdie deck.
I know it is a birdie deck. If only his opponent is playing Taiga.
I'm trying to find
You were way ahead of us.
If only the reserved list wasn't. Could have all the Taigas.
Oh, Taiga. Playing Taiga in the birdie.
For my Leprechaun deck for old school, I want to get a playmat made of one of the guys from that Leprechaun video. Where I know where the Leprechaun's at. There's that one guy that's like smiling. I want to make that on a playmat.
From Bill's favorite Leprechaun movie, Leprechaun in the Hood. Or is that Leprechaun Back to the Hood?
No, this is just a YouTube video.
Oh.
You ever seen it? The news broadcast video where they're like, they thought like someone was in a tree was a leprechaun. They're like interviewing all these people on the street.
Well, that was a quick beatdown from Snell, and see what happens? I blink and it's over. So Snell pulls out the victory over Jacob, and we've got a little bit of time to go, I guess. Snell, Jake. One there and two. Fantastic. So a little redemption for Snell coming up big. Oh, where does that put him? Swinging a chain, swinging a chain, swinging a chain. You can find him on top of a waterfall, swinging a chain. Let's see here. Snell picks up win number 7 on the year. So 7 and 9 for Master Snell, and Jacob drops his 4th loss. So 7, 4 and 1. Still one of the better records coming in. Seems pretty good though.
Let me know when you want to check this video out. I'll show it to you.
Oh, okay. What you got? Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on a second,
Okay.
guys. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Somebody wanted to show me a video, and I didn't want to get the audio across the channel, so it was all about a Mobile, Alabama leprechaun.
Video sensation of 10 years ago. Oh, geez, longer than that.
So we got Ricky, we got Bryce.
It's an oldie. Oldie but a goodie. I like how there's plates and cutlery in here.
Woo Troll. Tyler. Bant Fat Pack. I'm just getting my notes transcribed over here so I can keep track of the stats for tonight. He's playing and $9 okay, save that so I don't lose it. Okay, ZJ Johnson, you seem like a person with impeccable taste. I'm going to ask you what you would like to see in round number 2 tonight. On deck, we have 11 in attendance tonight, so we're going to get 3 good full rounds out of the situation. We just saw Snell and Jacob going at it. We have Rock with his horny cows. Danzy's playing Is It Jank? Yes, it is. Alex with a haircut is playing Abzan Blinkies. The captain's here tonight with Twinkletron. Ricky Ruff is still failing to Rhino. Bryce Puddleson with his Woo Troll deck. Tyler is here with Bant Fat Pack. He played it on Tuesday. Seems to do pretty good, just not good enough to win. Zach Zenko is playing his standard Demir Pirates, and Ashley, no last name given, is playing Rock's $9 rack dolls. Abzan who now? It's an Abzan blink effect. Abzan blink, Abzan triggers. I believe he said that the person who built it calls it Abzan triggers, but it's essentially Abzan just blinky blinky blink. So it sounds like it's like Death and Taxes with green in it. Yeah. Green.
Hell yeah.
So it's kind of like it's kind of like the mixture of his 2 decks. It's what corporate taxes had become. Sure, Alex with the haircut is gonna come up. He usually likes the red, but I'll find out for sure. Be right back. Unfortunately, we didn't have Pathfinder. The GM was sick tonight, but in their memory, I'm going to step aside with what could have been glorious Pathfinder play in the background again. But there it is.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
It'll get there. It'll get there.
See, that's what I'm
there
talking
it is.
about. If you didn't have all these layers.
You know what? Shut up. All right, confirmed with Mr. Ho. We are gonna have Asban Blinkies.
Woo!
Let's see here. Goodbye, Pathfinder. Maybe Starfinder will fire off next week.
They could beam in at any moment.
They could. They could. We're waiting on Ricky Ruff right now. He's
Is that Ricky Ruff?
That's Ricky Ruff.
I can see it.
Can't you though?
Yeah, I can see it.
I remembered I didn't have a picture of Ricky because I was gonna put it up and I was like, you know what?
Is that his persona?
It might be.
Just go ask him.
It's his Patronus.
It's like, go out there. What's your fursona? And if he answers, that's cool. If he doesn't, then you get to explain to him what a fursona is.
Well, until he switched to just Golgari, I would have understood him. You know, his fursona is a rhino.
Yeah.
But Ricky doesn't want to win anymore, so he removed the white out of his Abzan deck.
We went off.
Yeah.
We went off hard.
Oh, I heard, and I heard you got shot daggers.
Yeah.
When you went off and
daggers.
yeah, didn't go over
That's
well.
good. I told you you'd win.
She's like, no.
Oh, was it Ashley?
Yeah.
She was playing the $9 Rakdos.
Yeah, she is.
That cost $24 because Rock decided to bling it.
$24 right there.
$24 Rakdos.
Is that like when you buy the catering pack and you get the like 6 foot long?
Yeah, there's that little extra.
Just that little extra.
Uh-oh.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
You're just making noise.
I still have Tyler and Ricky going at it.
I know.
Telling my grandmother.
Maybe
Just
not.
making noise.
Well, it's going to be Tyler because Ricky doesn't want to win anymore.
He doesn't understand the power of white.
Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't. He's playing Scavenging Bears with no power.
Looks like they're headed to sideboard.
Fantastic. Heading to... That was game 1?
Tyler, was that game 1? Oh, game 2. Ricky's just reevaluating and trying to find rhinos in the sideboard, but he can't find them.
Well, he could have rhinos and white mana sources in there, so...
Yeah. Hey, Ricky. Bob wants to know if you have rhinos and white mana sources in the sideboard. He said he can't say that. Then you're going to lose.
I know we were talking about some hot deck tech earlier that we play Rhino Shadow. You know, you get your Death Shadow in a nice position, and then you play Rhino to make it weaker. And
I have Mirror Sigil Sergeant. No, is that the one? No.
yeah, Mirror Sigil Sergeant. Yeah,
I can play that deck's modern legal.
yeah, it is.
I play that and I play Chromozoas. Because there's a card called Mirror Weave from Shadowmoor.
Right.
Basically, your upkeep, you can turn all creatures into the same thing while everything's on the stack, so you can make everything into all your Chronozoas into Mirror Sigil Sergeants, then you make more Mirror Sigil Sergeants.
Right, but you know, if you have a Mirror Sigil Sergeant in play, all you need is a Paradox Haze.
I know, but I want to make more. I want more rhinos.
It is a good Rhino. It's not the Rhino, but it's good. Oh, the hiccups are real.
Yeah. Well, I would say Rox is the real rhino. He's kind of Rhino Man.
Well, he is a Rhino Man, but...
Is he actually a rhino now? He was always a beast. I didn't know if he got...
Oh, no, Ronx is a Rhino.
Is he? It's just
Whatever.
I think there's an H after the R.
That's what I was trying to do. No, it's...
Nope.
I think it's after the O. No.
Gosh darn it. Is it not? Is it not RHOX?
Rocks. Oh, he is a beast.
Yeah, which is funny because he's a Rhino Man.
Oh, because he's a Rocks and not a Ronks. No, seriously.
I don't know the clarifications here for this.
Well, okay, because can't do it from there. All right. The difference is Loxodons are elephant people,
Yeah.
but I need to find a good one. Oh, he's a rhino beast.
Okay, so
He did get reclassified. Okay.
The 10th edition version was
Because all the Roxes. Okay, I thought they were Ronks. I thought there was a difference between Ronks and Ronks.
Okay.
But like
Got it
Ronks.
figured out. I thought by 10th edition he would have got sorted out, but then it was after that, like Alara and stuff was when they made like
See,
a lot
like
more.
yeah, like Rock's bodyguard, like Alara's were all of the Rhino people. The Roxes became an actual race of people to complement the Loxodons.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they became Rhino people.
Rock's War Monk.
The War Monk.
I got rules.
It looks amazing as foil too.
Yeah, I have one.
I mean, he's a 3/4 for 3 mana. That's still good, but unfortunately not good enough to be played. Apparently,
Not nowadays.
That's sad.
Not nowadays. Back when he was out there, he was playing everything.
In standard.
Yeah, him and with this. There was that 5/4 for 3. That was Naya colors.
Oh,
Thrashing War Axe or something.
No, it was. I know what you. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Gatherer, you're just getting worse and worse with each update.
They actually update it?
They do. They removed the blocks to choose from because there are no more block constructed. So they took away the blocks to search for. So off to Scryfall it is. I guess.
Their tournament naming changes have been really silly. I feel like every time I turn around, they're changing. It's like what? It's like Mythic Championship, and then it's something else, and I don't follow it enough. Here's some stuff.
White, green, and gray. Exactly these colors. Search.
There he is. Woolly Thoktar.
Yeah, the Woolly Thoktar.
Yeah.
The 5/4 for 3.
Yeah, good pupper.
It's hard to type with no fingers. You know what?
It's okay.
English is a hard language to learn.
It's true. It's hard language to speak. Yeah, this has cool Naya stuff. Like I still have like a deck from Standard I built with this. So
Earl the Mistwalker.
Yeah, I need one more foil of him for my deck. Cause I had 3 of them at the time. He's so cool. Big Earl Ruggles.
Big.
Same with that deck.
Oh. Big Earl Ruggles.
Yeah, you go up a little bit on the set. Up one more. The Not Vine Mystic. Up one more. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. The filter elf.
Yeah.
That guy's cool.
Mm-hmm.
A card that I'm really sad never got printed into Modern, which, might be in Modern Horizons. That'd be awesome.
Sky Shroud Elf.
Mm-hmm. Sky Shroud Elf would be amazing.
Yeah.
Taps for green or filters into red or white.
Mm-hmm.
I could see him in Modern. I don't think he'd be too broken. I think he'd be fine.
Yeah, because he costs 2.
He costs 2. You get a 1/1.
But he's an elf. That kind of...
He is an elf. I could see him being good in Modern, but, considering that, for 2 mana, you can get a shrouded Plant of Paradise that, has a 3 or 2 power or 2 toughness, has defender, but is shrouded and adds any color mana, so.
Yeah, but I have...
you just can't filter through it.
When Alara was out, Shadowmoor and Eventide, all that stuff is still around. Those enchantments for, like, the 2-color ones, like, all of them work amazing on Earl.
Right. Oh, yeah, Earl was good, and then he kind of got shunted to the back with... because of Krond.
What's that one do?
Krond became the go-to to suit up with enchantments because when he attacks, if he's enchanted, you exile a permanent.
Oh.
So a lot of the Earl just dropped the red and just went full on Selesnya Krond. It's a dumb deck. He's flying Vigilance. Yeah, he costs triple, but
he doesn't have Troll Shroud.
No, he doesn't. But there's enough enchantments that can give that to him.
Yeah.
Troll Shroud. You play too much old school. Your mind is addled.
Well, for years that's what it was called. I don't even know what it's actually called now.
Hexproof.
Hexproof. Thank you. I can't remember that. For years it was always Troll Shroud.
It's hexproof. It's Alex.
It's Alex.
Alex Ho.
Okay.
I don't know who his opponent is.
Tell him to stop making fun of me for saying Troll Shroud.
It's hexproof.
I like
Who?
Bryce.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. Troll Shroud.
I can't help that for years that's what it was known as. I know hexproof is a thing when I see it on a card, but I forget what it is when I'm trying to repeat it. I don't know how long most of those people out there have been playing. I feel like I went out there and I said Troll Shroud. They go, "What are you talking about?"
No, there'd be a couple that would know what you're talking about, but yeah, Snow would. You'd get enough people just look up at you. It's like, do you mean hexproof? Because you are behind in the times.
Like White Fog.
That door, please. White Fog. You mean like white? You mean White Darkness?
Yeah.
What did they call it? Oh yeah, Abzan Blinky. Ooh, if it's a bunch of blink effects, I hope he has a Rhino. He doesn't. Alex doesn't believe in having fun. His opponent is Bryce Puddleson. And Bryce Puddleson is playing Woo Troll. Because he got tired of drawing every game when he played his Martyr proc deck. So now he's drawing every game with a blue-white control deck. Oh boy. Okay, so Alex versus Bryce, game number 2. Whee. Six, and it looks like Alex will be going first.
You wanna have a fight, Bobby?
After this round.
That's cool. I was just curious.
We were definitely
the night is still young.
We would definitely get to this delicious JJ's Bakery blackberry hand pie. These are good. Lightly glazed with real fruit filling.
And it is kosher parv.
It is kosher parv. Good on them.
And produced in a nut-free facility.
There's no mixture of meats or cheeses in this fruit pie.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, you still have. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if I got to show you my preview card. Did I show you my preview card?
No.
I got a preview card. In between games here, when we go to sideboard, I'm going to show you my preview card.
See, there's always that one piece in the back of my head thinking, like, it'd be really cool if he actually got a preview card. Then I'm thinking, like...
That'd be awesome.
I'm like, no...
What are you talking about? I got a preview card.
He didn't get a preview card.
I got one of the most powerful cards in War of the Spark to preview.
But I'm very excited to see what he shows. I know it's a bit, but I'm buckled up and ready for it.
Alright, so... Elves.
Well, he cast his notebook. That's good.
Elves. So he got attacked. He's down to 17 after a fetch and an attack and no shock. So whatever that is, it's got 2 power. Stupid Alex using stupid promos.
Well, he's putting his lands out there attacking. Go get him, Lance.
That got chrome moxed. It looked like a chrome mox. I know it's a Path to Exile, but it looks like a chrome mox.
I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. It's funny, like the only like Path to Exile I recognize is the Conflicts one and then the promo one. Those are the only two I ever really remember.
So there's three.
Is there? I don't know what the third one looks like.
Kitty Cat Disintegrating. That's Alara.
That's Conflicts.
You've got the Alara block. You've got Lost Guy Walking Out of a Cave. That's the newest promo.
Okay.
And then you have Dead Guy in a Coffin.
Yep.
Somehow that's a Path to Exile.
The old Rebecca Guai.
Yeah. See, this is the best one, I think.
It's a good one. I never
Kitty Cat Disintegrating. Yeah. But of course, let's see here.
It was a Friday night match.
Oh, I guess there's 4.
Oh, there is.
Oh my goodness, that is. I guess he's sending him on a path to exile.
Looks like he's just exploding.
Yeah, that's straight up disenchant. Let's see here. Then we got the online. Yeah, there's dead guy on a boat. He's in exile. He is in exile. Oh, we've got Eldrazi on the board. Alex does not play a deck that doesn't have a Aether Vial in it, so that is an Aether Vial on 1, and that is an Eldrazi, or a Wasteland Strangler.
Ooh.
Wasteland Strangler is a 3/3 that when he comes into play, you can you can return a card in exile an opponent controls to their graveyard to give a creature a -3/-3 until end of turn.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce, not doing so hot in this game. Is going to have a response. Snapcaster Path! And then this one arguably is the most Path to Exile art. I just don't like it.
No, it's okay. I like the Rebecca Guai version just because it looks nice.
Right.
And then the kitty one is the best one though, objectively, as far as.
Yeah, I like the kitty one.
Yeah.
I like the Leonin getting just exiled. He's walking into a poppy field, and he's getting pelted with petals.
I thought his Dolby theater system is too loud. He's just getting blown away. His Maxwell cassette tape.
Yeah, his Maxwell sound was just too much.
It's too much.
So Alex has out a Knight of the Reliquary. Yeah, there's the Kitty Cat Disintegration. And that's just going to get rid of the Knight of the Reliquary. That's a good card to get out of there.
Negate. Knight of the Reliquary.
Negate, Serum Vision, something, and a Path to Exile. I think that's another path. So 3 paths in hand. No, 1 path in hand, and yeah, because he snapped it. Yeah. And then that is a Tide Hollow Skeller.
Good card.
It really is.
It was a good sideboard option back in the day for Affinity.
The Tide Hollow Skeller is the reason that we have wordings on cards that exile from a hand that we do now. Because Tide Hollow Skeller is absolutely the most abusable one that does that. Because it's 2 separate abilities. Mm-hmm. And when you cast the Tide Hollow Skeller, you exile, or you let the first ability resolve, thus exiling a card from their hand, and then you flash in like a Restoration Angel or something that blinks the Tide Hollow Skeller. With that second ability on the stack, so what happens then is they exile a card from their hand, but since the second ability went to resolve with no target, that card's just gone forever.
That sounds about right.
That card is just gone forever.
That is tremendous.
And it looks like he took the Serum Visions and played another Wasteland Strangler to give back the Serum Visions. And that's the synergy that Alex has going here. So it looks like 13, 17. If Bryce isn't the greatest at keeping his life on the die, but he tries. You know, he's a good kid. They're good kids. They're good dogs, Brent. And we go attack. Oh, Terminus. Terminus is just going to tuck everything to the bottom.
Oh, got another Knight.
Knight of the Reliquary comes back. Yeah, that Aether Vial is Alex's bread and butter. He doesn't play a deck unless it has Aether Vial in it. So if you're playing against Alex, you are a safe bet to drop down your Pithing Needle on Aether Vial. And he's just going to be, you know, lost. He's not going to know what to do.
Aether Vial, powerful, uncommon.
It is. It's not an uncommon anymore, but it was a powerful uncommon. Kind of like what's its nuts? The Aven Mind Sensor was a powerful uncommon.
So is Isochron Scepter. That was an uncommon.
That's still an uncommon. That never got upped.
Really? Shows that it didn't give up with the rare.
Nope. I don't think it's been reprinted, but like once or twice.
It's been in some master sets. It's ISOCHRON. He was in. Oh, he has been in a while. So it did get bumped up to Rare and Eternal Masters. Okay. Online promo. Well, Eternal Masters is online. I don't think that counts. Dual decks. It was still an uncommon at the dual deck. From the Vault gives everything a mythic, so it doesn't count. And everything is a promo. That was an F&M promo? When was that? 2008. Yeah, I wasn't playing 2008 F&Ms. But straight from the beginning. Uncommon. Uncommon. And online rare shift to rare, I don't count that as a real rare shift, so. It's always the most broken sets. Debatably rivaled by the Urza's block.
Sad thing, Urza's was much more broken and busted.
Well, I think in like it's. I don't know. There's definitely an argument to be made about what Affinity did at the time.
Right, is nothing that like Affinity's doing now. We are going to counter and draw probably, or tap down, draw. It might help if figured out what they were doing. Could also pay attention. That might help too.
Yeah.
But
you had a thought. I didn't.
But with Mirrodin and Dark Steel, arguably like the most busted cards came out of Fifth Dawn, which is a set that nobody bought, which is what's funny.
Yeah, engineered explosives came from Fifth Dawn, I thought.
Yeah, there's just a lot of really good stuff.
Chalice of the Void was Mirrodin, wasn't it?
Mirrodin, yeah. I need one more chalice. I'm mailed.
You reckon the old art?
I have. Yeah.
I couldn't tell how much.
I think they all have the old art.
That's cool.
Master 20. Yeah, if it was
good.
Master. Yeah, they're all printed at the same art.
That's good.
The Muse, peace out. Jace the Mind Sculptor comes down and breathes some life into this match. Possibly. Bryce is keeping threats off the board, but Alex stubbornly is holding strong.
But yeah, you talk about Fifth Dawn not selling well. It's mostly because of just how many people were just leaving the game in droves because of Mirrodin and Darksteel.
Well, it's that it was the change in the appearance.
I mean, that's part of it.
The artifact change was harsh. I still don't like it. I miss my brown artifacts.
Well, especially in Mirrodin and Darksteel,
they look like white cards.
It's so white,
right?
Yeah,
because they were like straight up silver and not like metallic or metal gray.
They've obviously changed a lot since then.
Another path comes down.
Gosh darn it!
So many paths.
Ooh, we got a bridge there, hiding something cool underneath that.
Oh, Mosswort.
Yeah.
We win hideaway.
Good mechanic. Eternal Witness. Two Eternal. Wow. 2
Eternal Witnesses. Got the Aether Vial.
Oh, there's a Jace. Watch out.
Well, yeah, there's a Jace.
Always a Jace. I'm so excited for that milling Jace that you just gonna build your own deck. I've never cared about making a lot of like stuff with newer cards.
Right.
I want to buy 4 of those and make a stupid mill deck.
Make a self-mill dumb deck.
Yeah. I'm just gonna blow
See, I was looking through my stuff, and you play that Jason, you follow it immediately up with a leveler.
That's what remind me what leveler does.
I think it's 4 mana.
I kind of recognize the name, but I don't know if I remember.
Leveler 5 mana. When it comes to play, you remove your library from the game, but you get a 10/10.
That'd be really cool.
I know.
You could Aether Vial that.
Going to activate my Jace. With that ability on the stack, I'm going to Aether Vial and Leveler.
Yeah. And then, yeah. Oh. I started speculating in levelers. I gotta add that to my wish list. Let's see the whopping. How much is Leveler going for?
Leveler is currently sitting at a $2.50. $4.50 if you want the foil.
Ooh, might go break the bank on that.
That is, of course, the Mirrodin version. People probably have. Let's see here. Oh, it was only a Mirrodin. Why did I think there was a different art for that? I don't know. I guess it looks different in person.
Someone must have bought out. Card Kingdom doesn't have that.
Well, they're getting prepared for the new Jace.
Yeah, clearly.
And Bryce put down Teferi, and oh no, Alex had stripped Teferi using the Tide Hollow Sculler, and then flashed in or Aether Vialed in the Flicker Wisp to pull off the Tide Hollow Sculler shenanigans that we had talked about earlier. So Bryce goes down in game number 1, and Alex picks up the victory. So good on you, Jay-Z. You picked a winner here. Let's update these live totals, and now it's time for a preview card. You ready for this, Bill?
I'm so ready. Blow my brains out.
All right, let's see here. Here it is. I give you Liliana, touched by Bolus.
That's a pretty broken card.
It is pretty good. It is pretty good.
I mean, the price must be going up because let's see, you can get 4 foil ones for $100.
Oh, of levelers.
Yeah.
For $100, huh?
There's a playset for $45. I mean, people are really speculating hard on these.
I was wondering where this is ended up so far.
What card is it?
$30 right now for the Immortal Sun. Turns off Planeswalkers.
Oh, yeah. That's really good with all these Planeswalkers coming up.
Yeah.
Is that Veil card doing anything?
Oh, Chain Veil?
Yeah. I pulled one of those from a pack like several years ago.
The Chain Veil is a $27 card.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Woo! I gotta find the one I have in a box somewhere. Anything affecting Planeswalkers is gonna be Buku right now.
That's true. That's true. Let's see. Pithing Needle.
sure that's...
That has skyrocketed up to $1.50.
That's so cheap. I remember Pithy Needle being pretty expensive.
Yeah, a lot of stuff has come out that has hurt it, like the Sorcerer's Spyglass. Whoops.
I'll have to look. I wouldn't be surprised if I actually have a leveler. But Mirrodin was a pretty big set.
Right.
I can get 2 of them for $12.
Yeah, the Sorcerer's Spyglass is 2 mana, peeks at your opponent's hand, and it's a Pithing Needle.
Oh, nice.
So...
Is that the Pithy Needle? It costs the same mana cost?
No, it's 1 more mana.
That's right, because Pithy Needles cost 1.
Pithing Needle is 1, Sorcerer's Spyglass is 2, but you get to peek at their hand.
Yeah.
And that's still sitting at $2.50. You know, a lot of people are it's like, oh, it's all Immortal Sun, Immortal Sun. Well, you know what? The Immortal Sun costs 6, and Sorcerer's Spyglass is 2, and it's going to be able to shut off those Planeswalkers until you can get to the Pithing, or until you can get to the Immortal Sun. But yeah, Liliana Touched by Bolas. Very happy about that card. I can't wait to play it. I told you it's my promo card.
It's a good promo card. I'm surprised that isn't like a launch day card. Part of the pre-release packs.
Deadlock Trap.
I remember that card. I like the artwork on it.
Yeah, target creature or planeswalkers activated can't be activated this turn.
And you get some energy?
You do get some energy.
Ooh.
This is holding strong at 11 cents.
Ooh, but you better start speculating, boys.
Gotta love those 11-cent rares. It's...
Yeah.
I remember now. Back in my day, there was a time that a rare Magic card was worth at least $3. Because it was the common knowledge that when you opened a pack of Magic cards, you at least got the value of it in a rare.
Yeah.
So the rare was always a $3 card. Your commons and your uncommons, those fluctuated in price, but they was usually about a quarter or 50 cents on the low end, and then that rare was obviously a $3 card at the minimum, because you know, if you wanted yourself a rare, you go and spend at least $3 for that rare. And it's like, whoo doggy, because rares was good. I remember that, because that was back in my day. Just like at the early times of HeroClix, when you wanted to get a rev set, you know, your commons, that was $1. And your uncommons, that was $2. And the rare, the red ring, that was a $3 at the minimum, because that's just the way the world worked. It was 1, 2, 3. HeroClix, you wanted a red set, $6.
Depending on what the...
Depending on it, minimum $6. You know, of course, you know, you had your Supermans and your Thors. You know, they gonna be a little bit more, because you know you got their Professor X with the Perplex, and you know, things were a little bit better back then. It didn't all have these all fandangled unique abilities. No. You had your card that showed the 6 abilities that each stat had, and you had to cram it into that kind of thing. You know, it was the reason it was called Blades, Claws, Fangs, because you know, see, you either had blades, you had claws, or you had fangs. So if you had blades, or if you had claws, or if you had fangs, then you had the ability to Blades, Claws, Fangs. It was that easy. I mean, it was simple. I mean, yeah, and then you had running, jumping, climbing trees. Yeah, that was a good ability.
That was called Leap Climb.
Yeah, running, jumping, climbing trees. Yeah,
that's what it was.
It was good. Tidehouder Sculler's gonna come down and
look at that.
Oh! Well, it looks like we got a couple Terminuses that you can choose from. But he's going to strip that Jace the Mind Sculptor with the Tidehouder Sculler.
The right choice. That's a hand.
But yeah. Because I remember, you know, it was Aura Talk, $3 rare. because it came out of a pack.
Now in the day of online stores, mass box openings, mythics.
Good old Oratog, 33-cent rare. Hot diggity. Oh wait, that's the time shifted one. If you want original Tempest, that'll cost you 60 cents.
Oh my gosh. Time to do a buyout. Go down there under Tempest.
I know it's under Tempest. Oratog is not reserve list. Oh, he can't be reserve list. He was time shifted. Good going, Bobby.
Well.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no no.
I'm following your logic there because it's like, you know, sometimes you gotta check, you know, and it would be, you know, Wizards had done some reprints.
They've done a reprint.
And they're from the Vault set.
Yeah.
They got really mad, and that's why you have like $300-400 dual lands.
Yep. That was Wizards' oopsie, or that was Hasbro's oopsie, to test the waters, to see if people would, one, notice, and two, how they would react. Because, yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah, does suck. Get rid of it. Let's put Rudy in the poorhouse. Dissolve the reserve list.
He'll be fine.
I know he'll be fine, but...
Because he owns businesses and has, like, diversified his money. He just buys cards for fun.
Anyway, we've got Thalia down and Jace the Derp Sculptor.
I was in line waiting to do something in Chicago a couple weeks ago, and some guys were talking about it. I'm like, oh, you guys are talking about Rudy. I could tell. Because this one guy just did not believe that his friend is telling that Rudy just buys reserve list cards. He doesn't sell them. He just buys them. He's like, that doesn't make any sense. Why does he do that? I'm like, because he has the money and he wants them. That's all he does. All he does is buy them. Does not care.
And Rudy is one of the problems with the game, because the game wants to be played. The game is meant to be played.
Yeah, there's worse people than him. He's just someone that's out there.
There are, and they're named Rudy.
I forgot about that card.
We got Danzy on play. Danzy the Egg Sculptor.
Oh, that Mox Diamond. Which is sad because the whole like set of artwork they did for all the different Moxes looks so nice.
All right.
Can't have them unless you're online. You can reprint cards digitally, but
yeah, apparently
on paper.
That's 16. Okay, so another Aether Vial coming down, and Thalia and a Flicker Wisp.
I wonder if the legality, so reserve list, let's say they can't sell reprinted cards. Like, what if they did a coupon system where you got a coupon, mailed in the coupon, and then got the cards?
I don't think so. It's not a retail list. It's a reprint list.
What if they sold people their own printers to make their own cards that could then be tournament legal?
No.
Why not? It's Hasbro. They make toys. They can make
Yeah, but Hasbro also hasn't sold you molds and mold injector kits.
Excuse me? What are creepy crawlers?
A fire hazard?
What is an easy bake oven?
A fire hazard?
Those are molds for making things. I can make magic cards in a creepy crawler machine or something. Don't tell me what I can do with my light bulb. Oh, my favorite story from when I worked at Toys R Us was a woman calling me irate because the Crayola crayon maker did not come with a light bulb. And she's like, where am I supposed to get that? Hardware store, Walmart, any place? Well, that's pretty ridiculous. You sell something that doesn't work out of the box. She was really mad.
It's no different than batteries not included.
I know. I tried to. I explained
was like,
to
well,
her, and she got really mad.
We could have packaged it with a light bulb that would have been broken because it's a toy, and they don't always handle those with extreme care.
Yeah.
So, have you seen the action figure aisle? Have you seen how many pristine boxes there are on the shelf in the action figure aisle of any store?
I was gonna say nowadays though, that's just collectors wanting to screw with scalpers.
I can see that. I agree
a lot
with
of times
that.
they like with the vintage collection Star Wars figures. Also, they'll just bend the cards to stop people from scalping them. I saw a lot of people doing that. And then
That's a good idea. I didn't
Yeah.
think about that.
Lot of
Thanks
people
for
did that.
that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing that. when I got my my I want to say Vormir, the Walmart exclusive stormtroopers
the
from
Minion
Minion stormtroopers. They were all there, and I got mine. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna leave it for the next guy. So
Those aren't top sellers though.
I don't care. They were still
Yeah.
gone by the time I went back.
That's good. Somebody.
How's it going out there? Did you play each other? No.
I played Captain. I got drowned out.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
What?
Baneslayer Angel and Elira. Go Bryce!
We're a post-board game, are we? Or it's-
Captain has named my deck.
Captain named your deck?
Yeah.
What do you name it?
Well, like Tyler's is the Fat Pack Special.
Right.
Mine's the Deck Builder's Toolkit Special.
Deck Builder Toolkit.
Is Lyra and Baneslayer in play?
Well, the Baneslayer was in play. It got somethinged.
I got Slade.
Did you know that was painted digitally? Baneslayer Angel artwork.
Oh, okay.
It's just a fun fact. Like you look at it, you think it'd be like the usual traditional stuff that a lot of people do, but Greg Staples did it digitally.
Right. Because Greg Staples don't take no shit from nobody.
I noticed this was one of the.
Did he go paint so it was painted?
But he actually did like an actual like physical repaint as a commission for somebody recently. That's all I knew about that. So I was like, fun facts. There's no original art for this.
And it's on this podcast.
Yeah, it's kind of why it says turn at the top of the dice.
There's also just a pile of random
There are a pile of dice right next to the board, but you know, Alex, and he's a bit sassy with his new haircut. You know, and a whole lot of attacks. Oh, Bryce has been gaining some life. I guess Lyra does have lifelink, so that is a thing.
Did you win your game?
I did.
Nice.
Who'd you play?
Tyler.
Ah, Fat Pack. Okay.
He was on
Lyra gets beat and gets blocked, but Bryce coming back from the brink of extinction.
Bant Cries to Thing and Ice.
Bant cries to Thing in the Ice. Yeah, Bant stuff usually does cry to Thing in the Ice.
That's how the game went. Thing and Ice turned over and his board decided to...
There is one card that I play that does not cry to Thing in the Ice. Spellskite is a horror. Speaking of Spellskite, Alex, with his spiffy new haircut, has a Spellskite in play.
Woo!
And he also has a Selfless Spirit.
Thank goodness.
Selfless Spirit is a 2/1 flyer that you can sacrifice to make all of your creatures gain indestructible until end of turn. And that's what's going to happen. So we are terminusing, and oh, so he didn't want to tuck his Selfless Spirit. He wanted to put it into the graveyard for recursion later. Smart move. And oh, they're scuses. Oh, that's an online promo. Stupid online promos.
Jerks.
Why you always got to be that way?
Bastards.
Do the. That's it though, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. Sure.
It's not that one.
Did
Yep.
you just Terminus?
Yeah, but he cast it afterward.
Oh, he cast it after.
And then he ate something, so I'm guessing it was a scuse. Oh, and then Camball. Let's ignore the Scoos
Yeah, that's a good plan.
because we've got Camball on the field.
Go say a nice person.
And Bryce goes up to... He is an advisor. Unfortunately, he's in black, so that's not fun. Advisors need to be white and blue only. With the new... there's a new guy out of War of the Spark who is... who your lands don't matter anymore.
Legitimately, every time you say that set name, I think it's just like some subset for Transformers.
It sounds right. It does. It does sound right.
You're going with their Avengers in-game theme to this one.
Huh?
You're going with the in-game theme here. I am genuinely looking forward to the book.
Everything about this set feels very finale, so maybe, hopefully, no more Planeswalkers for a while? I'm still thinking that. This feels very Sliver Queen and gold cards.
Yeah, but Planeswalkers are money.
So were gold cards.
And they still print gold cards.
Huh?
They still print gold cards.
Yeah, but they stopped for 2 years.
Oh, was that after the...
Yeah, Sliver Queen and Stronghold was the first 5-color card.
Yeah.
And it was the last multicolor card that was printed until Plane Shift.
What about Shards of Aurora, where everything was gold?
Well, yeah, and it wasn't Shards. It was Conflux. Conflux was the all multicolor set. But for a 2-year period between Stronghold and Plane Shift, there were no multicolored cards printed.
Yeah, I'm just saying that this is a much different company now than it was then.
I could handle a 2-year break from Planeswalkers.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not.
Make people want them more when they come back.
I'm not saying it as I think you're wrong. I think that would be nice, but with them, they want as much money as they can get, and that equals Planeswalkers equal money.
It's rock. Did you get there?
Ricky had lucky draws and got me game 3.
What's that?
Ricky, we both.
Oh, Ricky lost last round. I told you didn't want to win.
Oh, yeah, he was.
He got me in 3.
He got the Jacob.
Oh.
He got Jacob
that.
Didn't draw anything.
Oh.
See,
See, now if you had white in your deck, you would have drawn lands, Ricky. Just saying. Rhinos love to be played. Play with the rhino. Stroke his horn lovingly. Briskfully. Yeah. Especially this year. This year is the year of the rhino. Fate Seal!
Woo!
The second year, I got him second year because I got out a racemonger. Which then
Alright.
I had.
And Stony Silence is out on Bryce's side. And Coco. Yep, that's going to get Loginated, and that was Alex's last chance to come back from this, and unfortunately cannot do it. So, or that was Alex's chance to come back. I think I said Bryce.
No, you said Alex.
Did I say Alex? That was Alex's last chance to come back from this, and unfortunately he didn't get there, but we do get a game 3.
Oh boy.
Which is right in Bryce's wheelhouse, because he never likes to end. Bryce gives you all the magic all the round.
All the magic you paid.
Well, it's getting late. I'm eating this damn blackberry.
All right, fine. Let's. Let me. Where's the? There it is. Okay, now we're evened up. Let's reset live totals. And we are into JJ's Bakery Blackberry Pie with other natural flavors. They're ready to eat. Microwave instructions. Place carton in center of oven. Cook on medium 15 to 20 seconds. Heating time may vary. Carefully remove carton from oven. Caution, filling may be hot.
I mean, I would hope so.
Oh, it's already got the right shape.
You're right.
That is how a hand pie is supposed to be shaped. Not like the Little Debbie
So
tart.
they,
Not the
they
Pop-Tart.
glaze on one side and leave the back side soft.
It's a little overflow of glaze. Lightly glazed. You know, it's right there on the packaging. Lightly glazed.
Yeah,
Not like Spud Nuts and Pecan, who believes a half a gallon of glaze per donut is sufficiently acceptable.
I like the flakiness of the crust.
Mm-hmm. It's tender, it's flaky, it's buttery.
I'm just going to throw shade at Spud Nuts 50 seconds more.
Okay.
This is definitely right in the nice. See, I think that's why this one really jumped out at me. Because it's got that Little Debbie crust with the thickness and stability, because that's not coming out, of the Hostess center. And you know it's real blackberry because you got that wonderful raspberry seeds floating around in there. That and blackberry is just superior to all other raspberries. I don't know, something about the
I
blackberry.
think that so far the disheartening thing.
It's not overly tart.
Yeah, so far. Well,
What's disheartening?
there's no like chunks of blackberry in it really. It's like again like very jellified, which is kind of what my complaint with the Little Debbie was. But the seeds are nice. It's like a little crunch. But at the same time, I feel like I'm tasting again more of the pie crust than I am like some of the blackberry.
And I think that's the way it should be. I mean, to me, I like the pastry over the filling. The filling's there to flavor the pastry. You know, it's...
Bill's more of a filling person with no pastry for structure. I can get one.
But I just want like a good mix of it. I feel like I'm just
Right.
eating cake. Like why did I just go buy zebra cake right now?
I mean, they definitely seem to be more on the natural flavor because it's... Blackberry is hard to get a strong flavor out of. It's a subtle, it's not as tart, it's not as strong. It's just got really good, bold flavor. Or I guess it's subtle flavor, but
well,
it's...
I eat like
Right.
I eat blackberry. Like blackberry jam is what
Right,
I have on
right.
toast every week.
Mhm.
Like every Saturday when I have breakfast, I get toast. I get blackberry jam. So I'm like really, and I love blackberries. So
Yeah, this is like the merger that I was wishing for, because again, it's got the shape of the Hostess with what feels like the Little Debbie pastry crust, and then the maybe not as Hostess thick of a center, but you get a good center in there.
I kind of like all of like the clear viscousness of the jelly.
And it doesn't move. I mean, that's where Little Debbie is lacking, is they're so liquidy that if you don't hold them straight up or like eat them in one bite, that filling's going everywhere. So JJ's Bakery, you get Evil Bob's seal of approval. And we have game 3 happening, and it looks like Bryce is in strong control-ish right now. Alex was a little late in finding his Aether Vial, but he got there. Jace the Mind Sculptor down with a Mistbind Click on the board as well. And Alex protecting his board when he gets creatures with his spell Skite.
We won, but he gave up 7 runs in 3 1/3, 2/3. Waka gave up 7 runs in 3 2/3 innings.
Oh, God.
To get the no decision in a Cardinals 11-7 win. How are you guys doing?
Terrible.
Glad to hear it.
I think 3 and 8.
I said glad to hear it.
I know you are.
I
We'll be back. We'll be
I
back.
know. I'm enjoying it while
I
it lasts.
think I enjoyed it overall more than the Little Debbie pie. But I found I'm a bit disappointed in the filling.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear
I
that.
was really forward to like a blackberry pie, and I really didn't feel like I got much blackberry out of it.
I'm sorry to hear that because I felt like I got really good blackberry out of
Okay,
it.
that's fine.
Spells Guy does get Pat to exiled. He's gone, and I'm guessing that's got to be a Scoos.
So we're gonna do we need to do another comparison. Do like JJ Bakery Cherry versus Hostess Cherry.
Ooh,
I
death
need,
battle.
I need like a head-to-head comparison here, because right now it's gonna be Hostess clear victor, JJ Bakery, and then Little Debbie's in the basement.
See, I already know that you're going to pick the the Hostess over the JJ's simply because one, JJ's is lightly frosted and you like a frosting on it, and Hostess we know that it's got a thicker filling, which means it's more thick. There's more of it in there.
I will say this was well filled. Like,
Right, yeah.
Not a lot of dead space in this.
Definitely, yeah. There was no air bubbles. It was fully filled. Little Debbie just lacks in the filling. But again, Little Debbie's pastry is what sold me on them. That's why they're neck and neck with Hostess. And JJ's delivering that tender, buttery, flaky, delicious pie crust, which is is currently setting JJ's up for me because it's got the crust I liked with the amount of filling I liked. And yes, it could have had more frosting to it, or the glazing to it, because I like glaze too. But again, when you go for the lightly glazed, if that's your target, they pulled that off well. Now, if they had a blackberry not lightly glazed, like regularly glazed.
Like if Hostess made a blackberry pie.
Yeah. Oh, if Hostess made a blackberry pie.
There'd be actually like good solid chunks of blackberry in that puppy.
There were pieces of blackberry in there.
It just didn't feel noticeable to me. Like
Well, it's because
it's clear it's clear there's really blackberries there because you can taste the seeds and everything. And
Alex already down to 5 life, and Bryce all the way up to 18. I guess the Mistbind Click has been doing everything this game. Alex hasn't been able to find a Flickering Wisp or I don't even know if he has Restoration Angels in there. He might stop at the curve of 3.
Because activated abilities, so my Darkster Reactor would be A-okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But your Darksteel Citadel is not.
That's okay.
Because it doesn't say unless they're mana abilities.
That's okay. I don't need to play Darksteel Citadels.
I still feel that Karn would have been more balanced if he were just a Stony Silence. You know, you are affected by the same static that affects your opponent. And that's I think, where the problem with these Planeswalkers are, that they only target your opponents. It was just like when M14, M15, and the new Slivers. They completely disregard the hive mentality when targeting only your slivers. And it's just completely off flavor, and I dislike it. I still disapprove of the new Slivers Wizards. You're on my list.
You're on theirs.
You are definitely on it.
He's on some list.
He is bouncing. Yep, bouncing the Scoos back to hand with Jace, clearing the path. Yeah, V-Click's been out there pretty much from the beginning. He's doing all the work. Oh, and we're going to blink the Mistbind Click. Vanillion Click. Same thing. Mistbind, Vidillion. It's the legendary Click. We're going to call him Heathers. Okay?
Get it right.
Huh?
It's my playmat. Get it right.
Yeah, Heathers. Mean girls. They're fairy mean girls. So Scoos comes back, and we are going to Logic Not the Scoos. Bryce doesn't want his graveyard completely eaten to death.
So he'll eat it.
Right.
He doesn't want his graveyard eaten by that Scoos.
Well, he wants targeted things to be there for his snappies.
I know.
V-Click comes down, and do you want the Aether Vial or the Aether Vial?
Keep him. says keep them.
Keep them. They're not doing you again. I'm not going to give you fuel.
That's right.
Miss by click gets in for 3. Alex goes down to 2.
Fairy.
On the verge.
Come on, we troll. Take out Blinky.
And we are ticking up to Fairy to draw that card. And here's Baneslayer back. And Alex has nothing to stave off the attack, and Bryce takes his victory home in the final minutes of the round. Bryce gets there in 3. I am inclined to see... I do like some horny cows. I really like horny cows. Kind of want to see Twinkle... Well, no. Because Captain splitting. Because that's how the captain do.
Captain splitting?
I want to... Huh?
There's probably 3 undefeateds.
Do what?
So there's probably 3 undefeateds.
I can't hear you.
There are probably 3 undefeateds. There were 11 people.
Oh. Maybe. Depends on how the pair down did.
Alright, it's done.
How you doing?
Huh?
Huh? How about you?
I'll reclaim my blue side.
You got it. Danzy. Zach. Good luck.
Do it to it, buddy.
Zach. Zentko. Versus Danzy.
Oh yeah, tomorrow I get my Wii Fit trainer from Best Buy.
Your Wii Fit? Oh, they're
Yeah.
getting them?
Yeah, I pre-ordered it.
Oh.
I think it's tomorrow. Reissues come out tomorrow. I pre-ordered it like
Oh.
3 months ago.
Is it a Best Buy exclusive?
I think that one is going to Best Buy. Yeah. Well, if I pop by, do you need one?
Yes.
Okay, if I go tomorrow and they have one, I'll get
Okay,
one for
thank you very much.
Let me check their website because if they have any more available, I can just
Are
grab
you
it.
on Venmo?
Yeah.
Okay.
I used it like once or twice. I haven't used it very much.
Okay.
I can let you know though. I do have an account though. Yes.
Danzy. Because I figured that would be an easy way. It's like, you know, if we pick up a figure for each other, we don't have to wait to... You know, it's like, oh, you got that? Or I'll just Venmo you the money.
You can still pre-order it on Best Buy site.
Oh, okay. Well, if you pre-order it, I'll Venmo you the money, and you can pick them up together.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What is happening here?
Are you, what?
I'm on the buy.
You got the buy?
I'm on the buy.
Aw, I'm sorry, Rock.
It'll be cheaper too because I have my Gamers Club still.
Ooh.
So it'll be only $10.
$10. I will shoot that to you.
Let me. I'll message you later about Venmo.
All right. Is it?
Oops. Need to fix that.
There's only 3 rounds, right? Yes, no.
And he is on Zach. Zachi Z playing Standard Demir. Oh, it all fit. Fantastic. Okay, let's reset life totals. Danzy goes up to 20. Zachy Z starts off with 20. What'd you say, Rock? I thought you said something.
I was asking if there was a 3rd round.
Ah, this is.
Third, but
I
no.
don't think there's going to be a 4th. If all of the well, no, it depends on how the pair down goes. If the pair down wins, then there will be 2 undefeated. So there would be a 4th round then, but I don't know. You would have to talk to Brandon about that. I can only attest to what I see on the screen, and all I see on the screen are the people I call. Alright, so Zach's gonna start off with an overgrown tomb, and Danzy's firing back with Oh, that's the what is that? Um, what's that enchantment that he was using? Reduce the cost of
Oh, Training Ground.
training ground.
Yeah, I should get this next week. When it actually ships and everything, I'll let you know.
Okay, training grounds. There we go. Activated abilities of creatures you control cost up to 2 generic less to activate. Can't reduce the cost to less than 1 mana.
Yeah, that's buzz out.
There's gonna be another one.
Yep.
Okay.
What other amiibos are you missing or still looking for? 'Cause I always see them pop up and stuff. I can keep an eye out for you.
I'm looking for Simon to get an announcement date.
Oh yeah, he hasn't come up yet. No.
No, he and Richter are going to come out together, I think. I think the Pokemons are coming out here, like the Squirtle and the Ivysaur, and there was another one that was in that group that I was thinking about. Maybe K-Rool.
K-Rool came out a while ago.
Yeah, K-Rool did come out. He was back in December.
Yeah, I got
think.
him in Ice Climbers.
Yeah, I got the Ice Climbers. I didn't care about K-Rool, but I wanted my Ice Climbers.
Yeah.
Guessing that's an island.
No, it's clearly a Mox Diamond.
I know it's clearly a Mox Diamond, but I bet it's an island. But it's up front. I don't know. Oh, it's a token? Oh, it's his Pyromancer tokens. Okay, they're Young Peasy tokens. Young Pyromancer. When you cast an instant or sorcery, you create a 1/1 elemental creature token, and they are apparently 1/1 elemental creatures. I'll run with that.
Nice.
And Zach sends in his blue pirate to punch Danzy in the face.
Jerk.
And we are triggering. So Danzy casts a Seaman Visions, draws a card, puts a token into play, and scries to the bottom. And the bottom.
Man.
Swinging the attack for 2, Zach! It's going to block 1. Danzy will absolutely trade a token.
All day, every day.
With a 2-power beater. Moment of... What? Well, Danzy's going to counter. He's going to remand it. Return it to your hand, draw a card, create a token. And he goes attacking for 2, so Danzy down to 16. Oh, it's only a 1 power. What in the world is it? It's a pirate, I know that. Dumb standard cards. Swinging in for 5. Oh, because Peasy is a 2 power, yes.
Little
So Zach
walk and shock.
all the way down to 12. Zach goes to cast... Counter, return it to the hand. Young Peasy gets a token, draw a card. Swinging for 1. Danzy has amazing tokens.
I need to go see that in real person real quick.
Oh, careful. You okay? Yeah. Zach gets attacked for 6, down to 6. Danzy... Was it everything you were hoping for?
It's pretty cute. Apparently it's Martin using a...
Danzy with the mana leak, so all the counter spells all the time, gets all the Peasy tokens, and swings in for the victory. Danzy is just going to keep his little...
You should use the old pro player cards that came with 10th edition.
Oh, like my Shukavazukas?
I haven't looked in a while. I need to buy you more of those. I remember, like, when I made an order from Star City, I would do, like, a stack.
Right, because I had 60 of them, and I was going to proxy them to be Lotus Wheel. And I may have. I don't know. Maybe I only got a couple of them, but I like Shukavazuka. It's,
I wonder what he's up to.
being Japanese.
Oh, I hope so. You excited for Detective Pikachu coming out in a month?
I'm not too. I'm looking forward to it. It looks amazing. It looks fun, but I don't know. I'm not like, oh my god, Detective Pikachu.
Oh, my wife is definitely that.
Shukazuka. Whoops. It's gonna go straight into there.
Yeah, every time I see those cards going through stuff in my boxes, I'm like, is this person still play Magic at all, or do anything, or
Probably not.
they play Hearthstone now?
They might.
Play poker now?
Not very well.
Well, I was gonna say, actually, most poker players leave poker to come to Magic.
Right. It's a bigger purse. It's more reliable purse.
I was gonna say, yeah. That and Hearthstone, and then people want Hearthstone,
Yeah.
and then people can bounce all.
There he is. Good old Shukazuka.
Shukazuka.
This, for some reason, I latched on to Shukazuka. I understand it's Shoutu Vasuka, but it's always Shukazuka to me. When these were coming out in Shadowmoor and Alara and around that time.
No, they're before that.
Were
It
they?
was like
No.
it was like 10th edition, Lorwyn, around those stuff. They didn't go that far into Alara blocks.
The player cards.
I'm sure the Magic Wiki has like a category on the pro player cards, but I don't know how you get to them. Do some Googling. Yeah.
Oh, these are, yeah, that's, oh wait, 2005, 2006, okay, they're in alphabetical order, so I just gotta go down to Shuka. 2007.
Yeah, that's like, yeah, Ravnica's when they stopped making them. So yeah, 10th edition was the last,
Okay.
like that's why you got so many, because you're still buying so much 10th edition at the time.
Right.
'Cause that was the last core set for a while.
No.
For a while it was.
No.
M10
M10 came out the next year. That's just when they changed.
didn't.
Yes, it did.
There's quite a break between 10th edition and M10. I thought it was. I mean, you're probably right, but
wait, what's in this? Savannah Lions. I thought they were in 10th edition.
no, they weren't. They were in 8th edition. And I think 9th.
Alright.
I mean, tell me I'm wrong. I don't.
I know. Now you got me questioning. Alright. 10th edition was 2009. And M10. Or that's M10 was 2009. 10th edition was 2007.
Yeah, there was.
Did they just skipped 1 year?
Yeah, it was like it was like 10th edition, big thing, and then they dropped them, and then they brought them back like, hey, we're doing these like Madden
I thought they were
naming.
like the next year.
No.
2007, 2009. See, what never really made sense to me was, they went from 10th edition to M10.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with the naming mechanic of M10, let me get Shuk off so we got the game in the background.
No, he's really confident about those hot plays Danny's doing.
They put out 10th edition, and then with the naming mechanic, they were running it like video game sports titles, like Madden or FIFA, that they come out the year, they're named for the year
That's coming after. Yeah.
So, M10 came out in 2009 because it's for the next Magic year.
Mm-hmm.
So the confusion, M10 was 11th edition.
Mm-hmm.
And then And then we went all the way up to 15, and then Origins was 16th edition. And then we have Core 19. Core 19 is 17th edition. So they went from being behind to being way ahead now.
Yeah, because they stopped making.
Yeah, they stopped it. They did stop doing that for a while, and then they realized, oh my god, this is the best place for reprints, and we're not going to get a negating every standard set from here on out. So it's a way to keep cards in standard that you want in Evergreen without overloading other sets with dumb cards. So especially like negate. Negate was in every set, and it was sad. I was saddened by the inclusion of negate in every standard set that was being released.
Is cancel still printed in almost every set?
I believe so. I believe it's the go-to counterspell.
Well, yeah. That one extra mana makes it all okay.
Oh, cancel. Let's see here. It's about as evergreen as Sarah Angel. 19 Ixalan, Amonkhet, Cons. Oh, it had a break between Cons to Amonkhet. So, there you go. We'll just leave that up there. Everybody needs to know about cancel.
Was Sarah Angel in Core 19 or whatever they're calling it? Is she still in every single core set?
Sarah Angel...
Because when M10 was coming out, there was only like 5 or 6 cards in every set. Then M10 are like, we're dumping Grizzly Bears. Like, why?
Well, M10 was the last time Sarah Angel was printed at Rare. She got Rare shifted because she was uncommon until 7th edition, 6th edition, maybe. Oh, she wasn't in 6, so.
Yes. Okay,
so she got Rare shifted up to Rare in 7th, and then she got uncommon back shifted to M10.
I missed they've never used that artwork again from 7th edition. That artwork's so cool.
That's not Sarah Angel.
I mean,
it can be any other Angel, but it is not Sarah Angel.
There's only one Sarah Angel, and that's Douglas Schuler's Sarah Angel.
I mean, I don't mind Greg Staples' Sarah Angel. It's still very much in line with Sarah Angel. But yes, Doug Schuler, absolutely. I was never a fan of Rebecca Gay's Sarah Angel. It didn't tickle my bone. But yeah, Sarah Angel started getting put into the entry or beginner decks or entry level decks. Yeah. So she was no longer in the set, but she's been in like every Masters edition and like everything that can run her. She made her standard return in packs. In Dominaria, but she kind of had to. It was a little sad that Singer Vampire didn't make his way back, but
sadly,
they were the two head-to-head. Sarah Angel, Singer Vampire. They were the two. Them and Mahamodi Dijin.
Mahamodi. Oh,
but
a rare is still in 10th edition.
Yeah.
Great rare to pull.
That's a thing.
Go home, Mahamodi.
Good old Mahamodi. I was sad though because with the entry decks for M19, we finally lost Nightmare in Standard.
Oof.
Nightmare had been Standard forever.
It's a great staple black card.
It is this great staple black card, and I gave him a brand new Breath of Life in my Brawl deck. Because it's amazing how good Nightmare is when you're running all basic swamps to fuel your Cabal storehouse. It's like a fixed Cabal coffers.
Okay.
Cabal coffers, Cabal Stronghold. No, yeah, Cabal Stronghold. For 3, add black for each basic swamp you control. Not just for swamps you control, but that made a lot of black mana, and Nightmare was just a good auto include into that. It was a rat colony deck, so yeah, it was really nice, good synergy. The commander was Yargle because it had to be, and it was fun. You know, gave Nightmare. It made Nightmare a nightmare when he dropped. You know, it's like, and I play Nightmare, and he is an 8/8 right now. So, and
Ooh,
he
Mana Leak.
flies.
Mana Leak, great counter.
Whoops, Nightmate.
Nightmare.
What? I thought it was. Is it GHT?
Yeah. It's Nightmare.
I know, but. Yep.
Good old Nightmare.
Good old Nightmare.
Good artwork throughout the years.
They replaced all of the rares with exclusive cards. Except for the green one. Is that still Garruk's Horde? Is it AA?
I think it's RR.
RR. Yeah, Garruk's Horde is still the green one. No, he's Welcome Deck 17. Who's the Welcome Deck rares? Let's see here.
Oh man, Danny's having a rough time. He has so much
Getting
land.
so much flooded. Danzy is in danger of losing game number 2 here.
He's got his training ground. He's getting there. He's got to get some creatures and.
Getting there.
Just needs to play Erdam Jin and play Armageddon, and this game will turn all
I
around.
wonder what he called on the Spyglass. Manamorphose. Danzy doesn't have the Guild Mage to go infinite with that. Oh! Didn't draw what he needed and scoops it up. Danzy's going to take game loss. And Zach pulls even. But yeah, the Izzet Guild Mage is Danzy's claim to fame in this deck. He gets the training grounds out, which makes his Guild Mages only need blue or red to do their things. And actually, it's just the blue. And then the plan is to go Manamorphose, use a blue generated from that to copy Manamorphose, and you draw as much as you want and get as much mana as you want. And then when you have all that excess mana built up, you just cast a lightning bolt and then copy. So every Manamorphose you cast gives you blue, 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 and then the last one gives you red, blue, and then use that to cast the lightning bolt, and then use all that excess blue that you were building up when copying your Manamorphoses to copy lightning bolt over and over and over again. So 8 copies of lightning bolt will kill a person.
Should just play Banefire.
Yeah, but 8 copies of lightning bolt will just kill a person.
I mean, I think it's more fun.
Right.
But I think Banefire is a fun card.
I mean, Banefire is a fun card, but you have people like me that when you build an infinite mana deck, your kill condition is Mind Swipe.
Yeah.
Is it Mind Swipe or Mind Swerve? I think it's Swipe. It's Swipe, yep. You counter a spell and deal X damage to that spell's controller, so you just sit and wait for them to cast something, because it doesn't matter if Mind Swipe gets countered. Well, you have to pay, or target spell unless its controller pays X, and then it deals X damage to them. Even if Mind Swipe gets canceled or countered, well, no, I guess it gets.
It's like how you had this big card planned out.
No, I had something. It's like it doesn't matter what they do, or I guess it doesn't matter what they cast. Mind Swipe just takes them. Because I thought there was like a ruling on Mind Swipe. I just liked it, and it is terrible. And I had like a bunch of foils floating around because that's my luck of foils. Mine swipe.
There's lots of little things where I'm kind of like, I'm whatever about Star Wars Land at Disney, but then I see like things they're putting there, and I go, I really want that. Like, there's like this like snack tray you can buy that's basically like what Luke has on Dagobah.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I need this.
Does it come with a blue milk thermos?
No, there's a blue milk drink you can buy, but I'm really mad about that whole thing. They made it taste like mango, like some like sweet like mango or something. And I'm of the belief like if you're gonna
That's
sell
unfortunate.
you should make it taste like something nasty, like buttercream or something. Like because there's plenty of foods on the Disney's menus at different places that are kind of like dare foods, where it's not supposed to be like necessarily good, but it's authentic.
See,
like,
they drink what is it, Bantha milk, right?
Yeah, it is Bantha milk.
They drink Bantha milk because that's all they had to drink.
I love everybody's like, yeah, that's where they get the blue milk from in Last Jedi. I'm like, no, it's a Bantha milk. You
It's
idiots.
Bantha milk, and in Last Jedi, it's green milk.
Yeah, but everyone's like, oh, that's like.
What's a throwback? It's like, well, Luke just really likes colored milk.
That's how you get your vitamin blue. Everyone kept going on about it. I'm like, you guys realize that's not the same thing.
Yeah, that's not a Bantha.
No. Then one of the restaurant that's in Tomorrowland had like had a lot more Star Wars themed food for a while, and they had blue Bantha milk French toast.
Okay.
French toast with like blue food coloring.
Right.
It was a delicious breakfast.
So Unmoored Ego is gonna strip a lot. Unmoored Ego's choose a card name, search that target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for up to 4 cards of that name, and exile them. So it's straight up strip out all of your training grounds, and your combo goes to shit.
Yep, he should have had a counter.
Nowadays, he's just going to be on the whole Young Pyromancer Fledgy overdeck. So, unless the second Unmoored Ego comes down and takes out Young Pyromancer, then I think we might see Danzy Scoop. That's going to be an unfortunate, but...
Yep, those name of cards, pull them out ones are always rough.
Unmoored Ego, definitely a good card.
All the more reason they need to reprint some Wishes.
Well, they don't need to reprint Wishes, they print Karn.
I don't remember. I can't keep track of all Karn's like textbook of abilities.
That's okay. Dumb Karn. First off, he's a Stony Silence for your opponents for 4 mana. 4 generic mana. Until your next turn, Karn's Touch for plus. Only -2. Choose an artifact card you own from outside of the game or in exile. Return that card to your... or put that card in your hand. So, for 2 mana, you get to Artifact Wish. Yeah. Seems absolutely fair. God. Wizards, can you... possibly maybe print a balanced Karn for once?
Is that why you were kind of talking about Mycosynth Lattice turning into artifacts?
Yeah, that Karn in play and a Mycosynth Lattice, unless they counter one of those cards, they cannot play anything else. Unless they're playing unless they throw away all of their Simian Spirit Guides to do something dumb. Yeah, you can't even tap lands for mana.
And there's lots of stuff that'll get artifacts into play pretty easily.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We're already talking about Tron. I mean,
yeah, with Tron, and
even if you don't have it, you can play Reshape from Darksteel and pull it into play. Which might be a more efficient version of that card.
Was that another Unmoored Ego? Oh my goodness, another Unmoored Ego.
Oh lordy.
So I think Danzy is just out of this game. Yeah, the Mycosynth Lattice, it does cost 6, but for Tron, that's turn 3.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So, well, you can't do it turn 2, but turn 3, you put down one of them. Turn 4, it's probably turn 3, put down Karn. Turn 4, drop the Mycosynth Lattice.
If you believe hard enough, you can do it turn 2. Believe really hard.
No.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Get the Simian Spirit Guides. Remove them from your hand, get your 1 red mana.
So you would have to have 2 Simian Spirit Guides.
Yeah, that's okay.
You know what? Get on that.
Okay.
Get on that.
Don't you doubt the power of my monkeys.
Mycosynth Lattice has jumped up to a $25 card.
Really?
That was $20 Dark Steel, $26 Battle Bond. All because of Karn.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a fantastic commander card, but now it's probably going to be seen in a couple other formats, because that's really good.
Yeah.
That's really good. You can whir Micah Centlatus into play.
I only have a couple of those, and I mostly play them and stuff.
Alright, Danzy is just losing all hope as Zach drops out a pirate to steal his
Well,
heart.
how many wizards this didn't keep making really powerful Karn cards? Is Karn the new Jace?
No, Karn is the new Urza.
No, that's fine.
Karn has Urza's dick shoved up his ass, so people have to, suck on Karn to try to get at Urza's cock, and
Your disdain for Karn is palatable.
is it showing? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be that hard on the guy. It's just everything he's doing goes absolutely against his entire character that was established in the Weatherlight saga. Because, Karn killed a person and felt so bad about it that he vowed to never take another life. In fact, let the rest of the Weatherlight crew suffer and die and get captured and tortured and tormented because he chose not to interfere because it would cause harming another living being, whether it be Volrath or Grevin or a Mog. The big old hard-on decided, you know what, these are my best friends, they're the people I have always known, they're the closest thing to a family I'll ever have. I made a promise to myself, and gosh darn it, if I don't keep my New Year's resolutions, who will? So, flash forward a little bit, and yeah, now he's turned into this blood-crazed madman, hell-bent on wiping out a plane of existence. Yeah, I'm not buying that, I'm not buying that heel turn. It's just not gonna fly. Hey! He didn't pull a young Peasy. Wonder what he pulled out. Wonder if it was Bolt or... So I know he got a red card.
It might be Bolt.
I thought he definitely should have gone for young Pyromancer.
That's the problem with those name cards. You forget the name of something.
It doesn't matter. You can describe it.
Oh, you can?
Mm-hmm. As long as you can describe exactly what the card is doing, you don't have to know the name, because there's so many names that it's good enough for tournament play that if you can describe it, and if there's any question, you can call a judge. It's like, okay, I want a name. I want the name of a card that I know it is. Here's what it is. It's this thing that does this and this. Is like, oh, that card is named Young Pyromancer. Okay. So if you don't know it, you can ask your opponent, because the names of cards are common knowledge, are known information. So it's like I'm gonna name that token thing you put out. It's like,
okay. So
as long as you can distinctly describe the card, that you can name it that way.
That was my biggest problem with Meddling Mage, because
right.
I knew some of the staple cards, but then you'd feel like someone's card and you're like, oh, I don't remember what that is. Well, I'm boned.
Right.
I didn't realize there is the leeway.
Yeah, you can definitely do that, because you're not.
Well, yeah, especially now.
You're not expected to know the names of everything. It'd be nice if you did. It makes things go smoother. But if you can describe the card, and it's like, because I'm gonna name Jace. Well, which one? It's like, it's the you do this specific thing. If you can describe like a unique ability from the card that you're describing, it's like, I want the Jace that mills. Well, which one? I was like, the one that mills 20. Okay, that that's a specific detail, so we'll give you that name. It's like but the one that mills 10, that one's still available. You can't name the Jace that mills, but you can name the Jace that mills 20, or the Jace that brainstorms every turn.
That's good to know.
And that's a something for Danzy.
That's young busy. What? That's still the young chiromancer. That's not.
That's an. That's not.
That's is it.
Is that the Guild Mage?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So he must have went for lightning bolt.
He had to have. Had to have. Swinging for 2. Ugh. Danzy's on the rebound.
He's got
mounting a comeback.
I believe in him.
So Spyglass comes down. Does Danzy counter it, or does he let him see? Because he can turn off the Guild Mage. And, okay. He's just going to bounce it. I don't know what that is. It's just a bounce spell, probably. Maybe into the Royal, or...
Should have played a Boomerang.
No, Boomerang just bounces creatures.
No, it just turn
Is it
permanents. Yeah.
Well, it's bad.
I like how you did the card right. They tell you what. I'll double check it. That was permanents.
I believe so.
It's an old school card. I'm usually pretty knowledgeable about those.
Boomerang, double blue, return permanent to its owner's hand.
That card art's still awesome.
See, but the problem with that is it's a double blue for a bad ability that is better done with blue and a generic that gets you a bonus. Whether you bounce everything with the same name, or you bounce and draw a card, or... There's something better to do where for more available mana and just on better bodies.
Well, sometimes you need more versions of that card.
Yeah, there are... Oh, let's see here.
Yeah, and you need Boomerang.
Right, yeah, you need Boomerang.
What if you want to make an
Sure
Eddie
do.
Murphy theme deck? You need Boomerang.
Return target...
Oh, there's
Permanent.
all new avatar poses are now live in Pokemon Go.
Oh yeah, there are.
I didn't know that.
Return target permanent, and we are going to go by CMC. So, let's see here. So, what's up, Rock? In the modern format, we have Boomerang. We have Eye to Nowhere, which is Arcane Boomerang. We have... what does... Oh, I'm sorry. All of the ones that cost non-double blue cannot target lands. I am sorry.
Yeah.
So you can bounce your land with Boomerang.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What if your gemstone mine is running out of counters? You want to get back to your hand?
Then you play a Karoo land, because the only decks that play with a gemstone mine are Karoo decks that return the gemstone to your hand when you're down.
You might need a Boomerang.
Nope.
Never hurts to have one.
Yeah, it does. It could hurt very much.
Well, you know.
That double blue isn't great to have around. Remanding it to the hand.
You can play mind games though. You can leave it open there, and they think you're gonna counter something. Or really, you're just gonna Boomerang.
Dynamite.
I know what's going on. You doubt the powers. I'm putting Boomerang in my Tron deck.
You do that. You do that.
My deck that has no islands.
I can't. It's gonna rely completely on.
I'm gonna pop my star.
Pop my stars.
And my chromatic sphere.
And my spheres.
Oh, he won. I think. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he won. He won.
Oh my God, he did it.
Danzy got there through 2 unmoored egos. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
By
golly. It's time for Is It
Oh, Echoes, yeah. So
And
got some good cards in there.
Danzy got there in 3. So, I didn't put Bryce's last match in.
Dummy.
I know, dummy.
You fucking...
Bryce got there in 3, down to the wire, but he did not get a draw, so his 4 draws do not increase. His wins do go up, so he is sitting at 2, 1, and 4 on the year. Bryce, commanding lead in the draws category. And then his opponent, Alex Ho. Alex with the haircut. There he is. Picks up his 4th loss on the year, making him 2 and 4. Cameron not in love with Alex this year so far. And then we've got Danzy. Got there in a messy, sloppy matchup against Unmoored Ego. Picks up his 8th win on the year versus 8 and 10. And 0 for Danzy and Zach Zenko. Picks up his 3rd loss. Cameron really not liking Zach this year. So 0 and 3 for the standard player. So 3 rounds. We got to see Snell get some revenge from Tuesday over Jacob Gonzalez. We got to see Alex in his brand spanking new haircut drop it like it's a hot towel to Bryce. You know, you get that moist hot towel, you know, after a clean shave. Feels so good on the skin. And then Danzy got there in a very sloppy finish, but was able to overpower Zach with the power of bounce and counter to take home that victory. Danzy, ironically, almost taken out by a standard deck, because that's Danzy's kind of shtick, is he brings standard to modern and makes it work, and almost got had by the same tactic. So, almost an ironic loss to Danzy, but overcomes the adversities and gets there in the end in 3 matches. So, that's going to do us for this week. I had a fantastic time, and I did notice that some people were pointing out some things on Jake's game on Tuesday against Danzy. There was one slip up involving the Snapcaster Mage, but ultimately the Snapcaster didn't kill Danzy in that game. It was the Teferi that was bouncing all of his permanents, and Danzy wasn't able to get down another threat to stop that onslaught. But the Snapcaster should have been dead. I do see that, and somebody mentioned something about a plane or a land that was pulled out of the graveyard. There were no lands pulled out of a graveyard. This is not a witch hunt. We're here for fun and enjoyment for everybody, and if you see something you don't like, drop it in the comments and it'll get reviewed and we'll take a look at it, because, you know, we're really here to have fun. This is not F&M. People make mistakes. I'm sure it was an honest mistake. I'm sure he didn't really think that Snapcaster was indestructible. So,
sure, there's a lot of text on there.
There is a lot of text on there, and I wouldn't blame him. You know, we think Snapcaster has a lot more abilities than he really does, but he's very straightforward, and if you don't have a target in your graveyard, he really just becomes an ambush viper. But aside from that, Snell got revenge. Alex in his brand new haircut got clipped, and and Danzy got there in 3 against Zach.
Good pun.
But yeah, that's gonna do us. Rock got a victory in the last round. He got there by way of bye, so, you know, sorry that the horny cows weren't working out so well for you. But I hear $9 Rakdos was doing fairly okay. Went at least 1 and 1.
Yeah, they just ran into
Huh?
Jacob.
What?
They just ran into Jacob, so.
Yeah.
How well it did last
Yeah,
time.
Rock ran into Tron and ran into Jacob, so
I
not really good matchups all around. It was all happenstance. It's in no way indicative of the power of the horny cow deck, because the horny cows is a solid deck.
Yeah, I get Jacob, like that second and third round. Second round, I just like demolished Jacob. The third round, it's just like he had a better draw.
Yeah,
It happens.
it does happen.
It's a game of magic.
Sometimes you just get a terrible matchup.
Who you know,
Sometimes you eat the grizzly bear, and sometimes the grizzly bear eats you. Billy, do you have any parting words for her?
Nope.
Fantastic. Danzy?
Uh,
Awesome. Rock?
A deck of grizzly bears.
I like it. It is called Hate Bears. I dig it. Fantastic. Three very powerful side puts. And I'm dragging out now, but I'll be back on Tuesday. Got to get this out there before I forget. There is no broadcast on Tuesday the 23rd. That's not next week, but the week after. That is Self-Appreciation Day, and you should all appreciate yourselves a little bit more and don't be so hard on yourselves. But take that day to think about how awesome you truly are and what good you're doing for this world and what good you are for other people, because you are and you is. And in reflection of Self-Appreciation Day, there will be no broadcast because I'll be out appreciating myself, and the bear will be out appreciating himself too. He's just got to be ungrumpy. Anyway, no broadcast on the 23rd, but there is a broadcast this coming Tuesday, which is the 16th, I believe. And after that, the Thursday, and, you know, just 23rd is the only one we're off. But anyway, I've been Evil Bob, reminding you that however you choose to live your life, I approve. Have a good night. Have a great weekend, and I'll be back on Tuesday.